I think we should be doing this episode in a bar, in a pub, having a few drinks rather than a studio.
Yeah.
Sponsors, anyone listening in?
Yeah, we can reshoot it.
Yeah, we don't mind doing all of this,
take this off
at your place. But we are talking about this 2020 film, a Danish film that won an Academy Award for Best International Film. It's called DRUK, which literally translates to binge drinking or another round. The story is that of four men
middle-aged men
who are undergoing some sort of a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
They all have horrible lives. They are at a point in their marriages where they feel the other person doesn't love them. They are not enjoying their jobs that very well because all four of them are teachers.
So, of course.
Yeah, so their life becomes sedentary, boring,
monotonous.
And when they meet for Nikolai's 40th birthday, he starts talking about how there is a psychiatrist who has a theory, and these guys actually think that we should test this theory out. So what exactly is the theory?
The theory states that human beings are born with 0.05% lesser blood alcohol content than they need to.
Yeah. So if a human is having that 0.05% alcohol blood content level, they start to become courageous. They start to become much more relaxed. They speak their mind. Their
social life overall improves what
they are the
says.
best that they can be.
Yeah.
And
socially.
so they decide to test this theory out. They maintain a logbook where they start maintaining the amount of BAC that they have. And the funny part is all of them are teachers, right? So they start sneaking in alcohol to their jobs. So they are all teachers. They start sneaking alcohol to school, and the entire movie starts off with how students usually misbehave when they have a lot of alcohol. Here, these teachers are sneaking in alcohol and they're drinking it.
It's surprising, right? In Danish culture, is it common for high school students to drink that much? Because the very first scene starts with some beer games and alcohol games and students just lying across the streets and all these things. Is it so common as a culture? It's so
it may not be spring break, but the European countries, people tend to drink a whole lot.
Yeah, and they do this log also in a very teacherish way, right? Yeah. They maintain the thing that after 8 p.m. they are not drinking. So they are drinking only during the day.
On the weekends, no drinking. Only during the weekdays, during working hours is when they have to drink.
Yeah.
So they all start to do great. Professionally, with their family, they are able to connect. They are having a great time. And then they decide to take it one notch higher. They're like, you know what? If we are so good like this, how about we do 1%?
More. Yeah. Isn't that what we
From 0.05%, they take it up to 0.1%.
Yeah.
And from there, they start to break the threshold.
Slowly, everything starts disintegrating. Yeah. And that's what every time it happens. Every time we say just one more drink, another round. As soon as we say another round, it just the whole.
So out of the four teachers who do this experiment, one person eventually dies
because of alcoholism. All the other guys probably have families. This Peter guy doesn't have a family, but he's dating somebody who we actually realize in the last scene. So they're able to control because of their family's pressure or whatever, but this guy lives alone with his dog and he's not able to take it.
The rest of them, they have this one drunken binge. One person doesn't go home. He's drinking on the streets. He sleeps on the road. Another person goes home and wets his bed.
And all throughout the film, this guy's complaining that his son is not stopping wetting the bed, and he's peeing on him and all, and this guy does it at the end. It's such a comeback.
So it has funny moments like that. At the same time, it's a serious movie.
It's a serious movie, but it's taken in a very light pace with music and stuff like that.
There is a moment when this guy, the Martin, who is the lead, is taken home by his son. And then when they have a talk, he realizes that he's been delusional about how he's been leading a good life. Instead, things have started to disintegrate a long time ago. People have started to notice. So that's where lines become blurry, right? You're having a good time and everything, and then when does it switch, and when have you become a full-blown alcoholic? That's something that is very hard to gauge, is what they've shown in this movie.
Silently, someone in the corner is judging you, but you're not aware of
you're
that.
Not aware of it. You're having a great time.
Drunk high.
These guys get fired from their jobs, and people start to get really judgmental about them. And towards the end, right, even though one person's missing, they get together. So these people end up becoming pallbearers. They take his body, they do the last rites, and then they are sitting together and they are wondering, what would Tommy do right now? And then they have another drink.
They go to his restaurant, and they're dining and they're drinking, they're having fun, and then the graduation party of the teenagers is happening, and the last scene is pretty merry.
Yeah. So Martin, the lead, is a Latin ballet dancer, and throughout the movie they keep coaxing him to dance, but he doesn't dance. Finally he breaks into a dance.
It's beautiful,
and he dances to a song called What a Life.
What a Life. Yeah. And I think this movie has been made, there's been some changes that has been made in the script to make it more life affirming, which was due to a reason.
Yeah. So towards the end of the movie, they've actually put for Ida. Ida happens to be the daughter of the director Vinterberg. So 4 days after filming the movie, Ida passes away, and they reworked on the script. It was initially Ida's idea to get her dad to work on this movie based on a play which actually spoke about how the world has changed due to politicians and world leaders and alcoholism.
Overall, how alcohol has affected the decisions that has been made in the history of this world so far.
Yeah, and there is a scene in the movie where they show politicians and the biggest world leaders drunk. Or suited up on stage, happy high, or whether you don't know whether they're drunk or what's happening.
I'm sure they're drunk or high on something.
But these are great footages. These are golden footages. I was laughing watching
these footages. I think that is the whole point of that movie, covered in that one scene where,
one scene.
All these world leaders getting drunk. They talk about Winston Churchill being a big time alcoholic and everything.
So for Ida, they reworked on the script and they made it more life affirming. I think at the very end, they show Martin almost taking a dive into the ocean, and he just stops, right? So it's almost symbolic to say that life is beautiful as it is. Finally, they now have newer found respect to life.
That the song also conveys that. It's like, what a life. And also it goes on to say that, okay, whatever is happening, you need to enjoy this moment, and because you're alive, you need to make sure that you live this to the T.
So watch this movie with your favorite drink on, and enjoy life. Have a great time. And
we would have preferred to shoot this that way too,
but always I'd say drink responsibly. Drink responsibly. All throughout the movie, they have maintained how you don't drink and drive, and that's constantly something that they keep reaffirming, saying, I'm drinking, so I'm not driving.
That's one good messaging from the movie. So sometimes it's good to say no when someone asks another round.
Another round. So have fun, enjoy this movie, and in case you have any drunken night stories, just bring them to us in the comments. It'll be great to watch it. Thanks again for watching this.